Hi, konnichiwa. I'm Fumi who teaches Japanese on YouTube. Today, I'm gonna react to 毎日使われる25の言葉 25 Japanese words for everyday conversation made by abroad in Japan and tell you if women can use the word, and if not, I will give you another word that women can use. Women use more polite words in Japan, but this video will help men to speak casually but more politely. This is a request from Melissa. Thank you, Melissa, and I want to thank Chris from abroad in Japan who kindly lets me use this video. I was a fan of his channel, but now I'm a big fan of him. Now let's watch the video together.
When it comes to learning Japanese, you've got the big, scary, intimidating stuff, like learning hundreds if not thousands of characters, and then there's the complicated grammar which can cause a real headache. But there's also the fun, easy to master bits which you can learn in a day and get out and start using right off the bat. You'll find when speaking Japanese in everyday conversation, a lot of people don't use full sentences, they just use one simple word to express a feeling or emotion. And if you master the 25 commonly used words on this list today, the moment you set foot in Japan, you'll be able to pick up on conversations happening around you. And more importantly, you'll be able to show appreciation for the food you eat, the people you meet, and just have a lot more fun along the way as well. So today we're joined by my good friend Natsuki.
Hello everyone!
And this is our day out in Tokyo and the key 25 words we used along the way. Let's go. So, this is the room. What do you think?
Whoa! Kirei!
Kirei. So often you hear the word kirei when somebody walks into a nice, clean, beautiful space like this. Or it can mean pretty or beautiful when you're referring to someone's face. So, for example, if I was to show Natsuki this photo of Natalie Portman, what do you reckon? Natalie Portman.
Kirei!
Natalie Portman. And of course, Ryotaro.
Kirei!
Yeah, we're really stretching the definition of kirei now, aren't we? Okay.
Okay, so the first word is kirei. I'm not going to explain the grammar in this video, but only for this kirei, I really need to explain the grammar because many people misunderstand the usage of kirei. All the adjectives you'll see in this video from now that end in I are I adjectives, but this kirei is na adjective. The I adjectives end in I, that's why they are called I adjectives. And kirei looks like one of the I adjectives because it ends in I, but kirei is na adjective. So when you conjugate kirei, you have to conjugate it as na adjective. Okay, so when you want to add ne at the end, we often do that. We often add ne at the end. For example, like, wow, 綺麗だね. When we are talking to somebody, we often add ne at the end. It's like, it's beautiful, isn't it? Wow, it's beautiful, right? We can add ne directly to I adjective. For example, わあ、このパソコンかっこいいね. Wow, this personal computer is cool. Or 暑いね, 暑いね. Wow, it's hot, isn't it? Like that. But when you add ne to na adjective, you need that before ne. So you say 綺麗だね if you want to say it's beautiful, isn't it? To somebody. 綺麗だね. And actually, you can say 綺麗ね without that. But that sounds very feminine. And even I don't do that because it sounds too feminine. So I always say 綺麗だね. And this 綺麗だね can be used both men and women. 綺麗だね, 綺麗だね. Okay, so now let's watch the next one.
Hey, Natsuki, you know what's in this bag? This. Your Christmas presents.
Uso!
From me to you, Christmas presents. Uso means no way or you're lying. It's often used in jest between friends. And often twinned with desho as well. Desho means right.
Uso desho.
Uso desho. You're lying, right? I'm not lying.
Okay, so usually uso pitch is uso, but if I say this one to somebody else, I say 嘘嘘嘘でしょ嘘. But when I talk to myself, I say 嘘. And so, for example, when I realize I haven't sent an important message I was supposed to send a day earlier, I'd say 嘘 やっちゃった。You can use this one for both good thing and a bad thing. Okay, so now let's watch the next one.
These are your Christmas presents. Not one, not two, but three. Your first present, it is Retro Arcade Pac-Man.
Whoa! Psycho!
Psycho. Psycho means the best, the number one, the top, most amazing thing. There's nothing better than it. Often used to exaggerate something. In this case, Retro Pac-Man. I think it fits the bill rather well.
Psycho Pac-Man.
Second present.
Okay, so psycho. Psycho, as he said, psycho is the best. You can see that from the kanji. Okay, so this kanji means the most, and this kanji means high. So the highest, the best. You can use like psycho or psycho da ne. Psycho da ne. Now let's watch the next one.
Tiny Arcade Pac-Man, the exact same game but in a much more smaller form factor.
Chicha!
It is almost comically small. Chichai means tiny. Chisai means small. Most people know the word chisai, but a lot of people don't know chichai, which is tiny. It's kind of small chisai twinned with that feeling of surprise, you know, when you discover tiny Pac-Man. I wonder if there's a smaller Pac-Man. No, there isn't. It's just a tiny beer. Third present.
Chicha!
Chichai biru. Good friend.
Good friend.
Saiko no tomodachi.
Psycho no tomodachi. Mr. Santa Cruz.
Mr. Santa Chris. I'll take it.
Chichai is a casual spoken version of chisai, and it's chichai, chichai, chichai. You need this small tsu here. Chichai, chichai. ちっちゃいビールでしたね。ちっちゃいビールでしたね。Okay, let's watch the next one.
Natsukashi is a great word to know. It literally means nostalgic. Whether it's a retro video game from your childhood or this lovely photo of Natsuki and I. The first time we met 6 years ago, I look at that, this first photo of us together, and I feel Natsukashi in it. I feel nostalgic.
Natsukashi.
Are you done yet?
はい、そう本当パックマン懐かしい。Okay, 懐かしい、懐かしい。So let me find something 懐かしい here. I found this. This is very 懐かしい grammar book from my old days. Wow, there's a mark here. I used to use this one at work. So this is my surname at the time. Many people had the same book, so I put my name here. I had a hanko. すっごい懐かしい. Okay, let's watch the next one.
今忙しい.
Sogashi means busy. You can use it if you're busy at work, maybe in the middle of the week and you've got a busy schedule. Say sogashi. You finished?
Okay, I use this expression a lot. And 忙しい、忙しい、あ、忙しい、あ、忙しい、あ、忙しい。Okay, next one.
腹減った.
Harahetta literally means empty stomach. The polite way of saying it is onaka suita, but harahetta is a lot more colloquial, informal, and you're more likely to hear it amongst friends. Should we go for lunch?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Women don't use this 腹減った. As Chris said, we say お腹すいた、お腹すいた. The other expression so far, men and women can use it. But this one, 腹減った is only used only by men, okay? And women should say お腹すいた or お腹減った、お腹減った. お腹 is a polite version of 腹, stomach. If women say 腹減った, it sounds like someone with bad manners. So there's a gender bias there, but that's the reality. Okay, next one.
I found a good fried chicken restaurant about 25 minutes away. Should be quite...
25 minutes? めんどくさい.
Mendokusai. If your friend says that, it's pretty much game over. It means they'd rather do something else. Mendokusai kind of means troublesome, bothersome, pain in the arse. The way I like to interpret it as a British person is it means that's a lot of effort, isn't it? So when your friend says that, it's game over.
めんどくさい.
Alright, let's find somewhere else.
めんどくさい。 I say this a lot when I'm alone, but I always wondered how I can translate this word into English. And Chris's explanation was clear. If your friend say that, it's game over. So you have to be careful using this word to your friend because it sounds too strong. When I use this, I say, ちょっとめんどくさいかも. Okay, so ちょっと is a little and かも is maybe or possibly. To weaken the meaning of the word めんどくさい. We sometimes shorten めんどくさい to めんどい. 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 ちょっとめんどいな. Like that. Okay.
わー、でかい。
でかい。
日本のソーセージってこんなもんだ。でかい。
Obviously, the word for big is orki, but in the heat of the moment, when you're surprised by something that's really big, you might hear the word
でかい。
like these German sausages.
Okay, so でかい. でかい. I don't use the word でかい. I say 大きい. But when I react to something, I'd say わ、でかい. 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 But I don't say でかい. It has to be でか or でかい. It's the same word, of course. I don't know why, but just でかい doesn't sound good. In that case, I say 大きい. わ、大きいね. Alright, next one.
うまい。うまい。
うまい. Right, everybody knows the word delicious, but delicious is oishi. But I find oishi, people just say it, even if it isn't delicious, they just say oishi because it's almost polite to show respect for the restaurant you're in or the person who's cooked the dinner, just to say oishi. I've never ever heard a Japanese person criticise a meal they've had. So if they say umai, which is the next level up from oishi, you know they like it, you know they genuinely like it. And look at his little face.
うまい。
うまい. うまい. Women shouldn't use this word. Women should say おいしい instead. For men, it's totally fine. うまい is fine. But for women, if you use うまい, again it's seen as bad-mannered. So you have to say おいしい. おいしい. Yeah, but if you go to somewhere other than Kanto area is around Tokyo. So around Tokyo, the area is called Kanto area. In Kanto area, うまい isn't a good word. But I'm not sure. If you go somewhere else, I think some places うまい is the word for women too. But in Tokyo, you have to say おいしい. 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 But うまい has another meaning, which is good or skillful. And in that case, both men and women can use the word うまい. Like if your friend is playing piano so well in front of you, you can say, wow, うまいね. うまいね. Like that. Next one.
ドイツのソーセージは珍しい。
Mezurashi. Another good word. Mezurashi means rare or unusual. Sausages like this are rare in Japan, apart from German restaurants. Mezurashi, great word to know, it means rare or unusual. For example, snow in Tokyo.
珍しい。
A day where Natsuki goes without alcohol.
珍しい。
A day where I'm not smiling.
珍しい。
Exactly.
Every day.
Every day.
Okay. じゃあ珍しい。珍しい。珍しい。珍しい。Everything is explained in the video. Both men and women can use it. Let's go to the next one.
That was a good meal. Feel pretty stuffed. What do you want to do now? Grab a coffee?
眠い。
Nemui?
眠い。
Jesus. Oh, you sit down. Nemui means sleepy or drowsy, which you might be feeling after the big meal we just had. It's the last word you'll hear before someone closes their eyes and goes to sleep for a nap.
眠い。
I'll get the coffee then. You wait here. See you in a minute.
Maybe I use this word the most. 眠い to myself. I don't say that to somebody else. When I try to do something difficult, something complicated, I get sleepy easily. So I say, 眠い 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 Next one.
待ってよ。寂しいじゃん。寂しいな。 クリスはすぐいなくなるしさ、また一人だよ。はあ、寂しいな。
He said 寂しい and 寂しis kanji is like this, and you see this kanji a lot more. This is 寂しい and 寂しい so both are the same. Actually it's the same, it's exactly the same meaning, I think, but the kanji is different. And this is joyo kanji and this one is not joyo kanji, it's not regular kanji. So I don't think you see this kanji a lot, but still you hear both 寂しい or 寂しい the pitch is the same. I think I say 寂しい なんか寂しいな. You can use whichever you like. Okay, next one.
God's sake, wake up, got your coffee.
Oh.
Wake up. Unbelievable. It's alright for some, isn't it?
Well, thank
I
you.
go around spending great expense on coffee while others have a nice afternoon nap after a good lunch. Atsui.
Atsui.
Obviously the word for hot is atsui, a lot of people know that. But if you shorten atsui to atsu, that's the noise people make when they've just had their mouth burnt out or if they've just burnt themselves in general.
Atsui.
And as a reaction, as he said, we say atsu. When the weather is hot, we say atsu. Of course the kanji is different. We use this kanji for the weather. Okay, next one.
Similar to the word itai. Itai means painful, but if you actually hurt yourself and say ouch, they shorten it to itai, like that. Itai.
Yes, we say ita or itai. It's like deka and dekai and atsu and atsui. Oh, and ita and ita, both men and women say it, but if it's ite or ite, they are for men. Okay?
クリスはコーヒー飲まない？
最近やめた。
マジで？
Seriously, another good word that you hear come up in nearly every other conversation with friends. It's an informal phrase, majide, it means seriously or for real. I hear certain people use it more than others. For example, Ryotaro tends to use the word majide quite a lot in conversation, but it's not polite, so be careful when you're using it. The more safe option is hontoni, right? Hontoni.
本当にコーヒー飲まない？
Hontoni no ma- Yeah, I'm trying to cut caffeine out because I drink a lot of coffee. I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy going forward.
Healthy? マジで？
When it's used as a question, it's マジで and 本当に and when you answer マジで本当に and as he said マジで is okay between friends, but it's not polite. Once I talked to an American man, his Japanese was very good. So when he used マジで, it stood out. It was our first time talking to each other, and we were talking business. We should be polite to each other. So I thought maybe I should tell him that マジで isn't appropriate in this situation. But of course it's not my business. So I didn't say anything. When you talk to someone for the first time, it's better not to use マジで. 本当に is safer. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Well, we've had a nice lunch, we've had some good coffee. Now, do some shopping.
Shopping?
Yeah!
つまんない。
Samaranai? Really? It's not boring. Samaranai is the word for boring in Japanese. People often shorten it to samanai. They drop the ra sound just because it's more easy to say. I don't think shopping's that boring. I'll get you another Christmas present.
つまんない。
Oh, unbelievable.
つまらない. Yeah, we say つまんない instead of つまらない. It's easier to say つまんない Next one.
Got some hats. Want to hear your thoughts? Starting with this one. What do you think of that?
ダッサい。
Dassai. Uncool, unsophisticated, unfashionable, not good. Alright, what about this one?
Oh.
Okay, so ダサい. It's ダサい. For example, I can use the word like this. この服ダサい? ダサかった? Then you go like 全然ダサくないよ。すごくいいと思うよ。Thank you. Okay, じゃあ next one.
かっこいいじゃん。
かっこいい. Cool, fashionable, good. Kako means appearance, I means good, so literally good appearance. You can't use the word kakui to mean cool like we do in English, where we can say, oh, that sounds cool. It's usually for appearances alone, physical things, but nevertheless, I am kakui.
かっこいい。
There you go, no doubt about it. Kakui.
はい、かっこいい is a very useful word. You can compliment somebody. It's used to describe someone, especially men. But also, かっこいい can be used for songs. あ、この曲かっこいいね。Or この MacBook かっこいいね。Like that. Okay, next one.
Japanese stores are so intensive though, there's so much going on, there's speakers, lights flashing, TV screens playing, so bloody loud.
うるさい。
Urusai. That is a great word. Urusai means noisy. Like this store, like this shop. Has two meanings though. It can literally mean noisy or it can also mean annoying. For example, if you piss off your friend, like Natsuki, you look like crap today. This hair is awful.
うるさい。
Urusai. Literally, you're annoying me, go away. You don't look that bad. You look alright. Well, I think I found Natsuki.
はい。うるさい is a strong word when you use to somebody. So you have to be careful. If not used jokingly, then the fight starts. Of course, it's not a polite word. It's not a good word to use to somebody. If my children say that to me, they wouldn't. I would get so mad. It's a strong word. Okay.
Second Christmas present. This is sake. A cup of sake in the shape of a sperm. Who thought this was an appropriate idea? Oh my god. Got you your second Christmas present. It certainly exceeded my expectations.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Christmas?
Oh yeah, get in the spirit.
すげえ。なんだろう。
Sake in the shape of a sperm. No, you drink it. This is quickly turning into a video that is far from family friendly. But we heard Natsuki say suge a minute ago. Suge is the more informal, the more masculine way of saying sugoi, the word that you probably hear more than any other in everyday life in Japan. Whether it's on TV or on the streets, sugoi means amazing, incredible, and suge is the more masculine version of it. And that is
すげえ。
very much suge. You want to drink it?
Yeah.
Not here. You can't drink that on the street here.
Yeah.
What will people think? Let's go and have a proper drink. You're going to need it after that.
So as he said, suge is a muscular version of sugoi. It was written as suge, but it's actually suge when it's written, okay? Suge. Women shouldn't use suge. Say sugoi instead. Wa sugoi. Wa sugoi. Okay. Or sugoi ne. Ah, sugoi ne. And you can say sugo. Wa sugo. Sugoi. Next one.
Drink?
Drink it. I want the full review.
なんか、パン。
Oh, oh god. Oh. Why is this a thing? Oh, God.
なんだこれ。
Look at its little face. What's going on?
まず。まず。
Mazui.
まず。
Why am I not surprised? Mazui means, well, horrible, not tasty, completely undelicious, disgusting basically. Don't ever use that in a restaurant though, because you will get thrown out the window. It's not a phrase you hear often, only when people are drinking questionable and daring items such as this.
本当にまずい。
Here you go, have some water, wash your mouth.
Okay, so まずい 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 He said when he drank that thing, he said まず. As a reaction we say まずまずまずまずいまずい
Oh, next week we've got a Christmas party up in Tohoku. Can you join on
Nice.
Monday?
ああ、マンデー。難しいな。
Really? Why?
行きたいんだけど、仕事が忙しいんだよね。
Fair enough. Muzukashi means difficult. It's used in two ways. First, it means difficult as in difficult, aka the Pac-Man game we saw earlier. That was Muzukashi, that was pretty difficult. And also it means no. In Japanese the word for no is ie, but nobody ever says ie because it just seems too rude, it seems a bit too crass. In reality, the only time you use ie is when you're turning down a compliment. So if someone ever compliments your Japanese, for example, says Nihongo jozu, you would say, oh no, yeah. No, I'm not that good. good. In reality, muzukashii is used to mean no. So if I asked Natsuki if he's free next week to go to a party and he said no, it's difficult, that means it's game over. Once you've heard muzukashii, basically it means no, it shuts it down from there. You can't come? No party for you? No problem, no problem.
Yes, we don't like to give a straight negative answer, so we say 難しい. This 難しい is often used in a business situation too. So if you get the email, he or she says その7月はちょっと難しいかもしれません. Maybe it's difficult. It might be difficult in July, which means they can't do that in July. So, 難しい means no, and often 難しい comes with かもしれません. But actually that means no. 難しい means no. If I say no to my friend, I'd say 無理. I use the word 無理. Okay? And I'd say ちょっと無理かも. 無理 means impossible. So I don't use this word in a business situation, but I'd say to my friend, 土曜日はちょっと無理かも. ごめんね、土曜日はちょっと無理かもしれない. So かもしれない maybe, but that means no, I can't go on Saturday. So for example, ねえねえ、今度の土曜日この映画一緒に見ない？土曜日か。ちょっと無理かも。日曜日は？日曜日か。日曜日はちょっと無理なんだよね。Okay, next one.
疲れた is one of the most commonly used words you'll ever hear in Japan. Nemui, which we heard earlier, means sleepy, drowsy. But tsukareta insinuates that you've had a long day, usually at work, doing something physical, and you're kind of exhausted physically. You're ready to go home, you're ready to sleep, as Natsuki is right now. Good night, Natsuki.
疲れた。
疲れた. I use 疲れた a lot. 疲れた. 疲れた. Okay, so conclusion. Here are the expressions I recommend for women and for more polite occasions. 腹減った should be お腹すいた. お腹すいた. でかい should be 大きい. 大きい. うまい should be おいしい. おいしい. すげえ should be すごい. すごい. All the other expressions are neutral. Everyone can use them. Alright. Okay. それじゃあ皆さん、疲れましたね。疲れた。皆さん、お疲れ様でした。じゃあ今日はこの辺にいたしましょう。Thank you, Chris, for letting me use this video, and thank you, Janet, for taking this script. And thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye. またね。